Imagine it's 20,000 years ago. It's nighttime. You're exhausted after a long day of hunting and gathering. You finally sit down to rest. Then you hear it, that tiny buzzing sound. Mosquitoes. And here's the surprising part. Ancient humans dealt with mosquitoes in many of the same ways we do today. They used smoke, covered their skin, avoided mosquito-infested areas, and in some places even created early versions of mosquito nets. But how did they figure all of that out without science, bug spray, or modern technology? To understand that, we first need to understand just how dangerous mosquitoes were. Today, mosquitoes are mostly just annoying, but for ancient humans, they could be deadly. Mosquitoes spread diseases, disrupt sleep, and make it difficult to rest after a long day. Even before people understood germs or parasites, they knew one thing for sure. Where there were mosquitoes, life was worse. Over thousands of years, humans began noticing patterns. Mosquitoes seemed to appear in huge numbers near standing water, swamps, ponds, marshes, flooded fields. Ancient communities that settled too close to these places often suffered constant attacks. As a result, many groups preferred to camp or build villages farther away whenever possible. Of course, avoiding mosquitoes entirely was impossible, so humans developed another weapon: fire. At some point, someone noticed that mosquitoes hated smoke. The moment a campfire started producing thick smoke, insects became far less aggressive. This discovery was a game changer. Night after night, people sat around fires not only for warmth and protection from predators, but also because it helped keep mosquitoes away. Some communities made this trick even more effective. Instead of burning ordinary wood, they threw specific plants, leaves, bark, or herbs into the flames. The extra smoke created a natural insect repellent. Nobody knew the chemistry behind it, they simply observed what worked. And observation was one of humanity's greatest survival tools. But mosquitoes weren't just a problem during the evening. People also had to sleep, which created a new challenge. How do you stop insects from biting you all night long? One solution was surprisingly simple: cover your body. Ancient humans in many regions wore animal skins, woven fibers, or loose clothing that covered large areas of exposed skin. Sure, mosquitoes could still find their way in, but every layer helped. Over time, some societies developed even better protection: early mosquito nets. While these weren't available everywhere, archaeological and historical evidence suggests that various ancient cultures used woven fabrics and coverings to create barriers between themselves and insects while sleeping. It's not that different from modern mosquito nets used around the world today. The idea is thousands of years old. Humans were also clever about where they spent their nights. If one area was filled with mosquitoes, they often moved. This sounds obvious now, but remember, ancient humans survived largely by paying attention. The people who noticed danger and adapted lived longer. The people who didn't often paid the price. In many ways, mosquito control became an invisible survival skill. Generation after generation passed down knowledge. Sleep near the fire. Stay away from stagnant water. Cover your skin. Use certain plants. Build shelters in better locations. None of these methods completely solved the problem, but together, they made life far more manageable. And here's the really fascinating part. Mosquitoes have existed for millions of years, long before humans appeared, which means for almost our entire history as a species, we've been fighting the same tiny enemy. Empires rose and fell. Languages were created. Civilizations transformed the world. Yet throughout all of it, mosquitoes continued buzzing around, annoying everyone equally. In a strange way, mosquitoes may be one of humanity's oldest rivals. So the next time you use bug spray, switch on an insect repellent, or sleep under a mosquito net, remember this: You're using modern versions of strategies that humans began developing thousands of years ago. The technology changed. The battle didn't. And after all this time, we're still trying to win.